Good morning to one and all. In the today's class, I am going to discuss about 555 timer IC. This is the pin diagram for 555 timer. It is an 8-pin IC. The first pin is ground, second is trigger, 3 is output, 4 is reset, 5 is voltage control, 6 is threshold, 7 is discharge, 8 is VCC. Supply voltage. The supply voltage you can give 5 volts or you may give 15 volts. Okay. So we will study each pin in detail. Pin number 1. If you come to pin number 1, it is an ground terminal. You have to ground it. Pin number 3. It is an output terminal. Okay. This terminal may have logic high or logic low as an output. Pin number 8. It is an supply voltage terminal. You may have 5 volts or you may have 15 volts depending on the application. Pin number 2. It is an trigger terminal. Okay. So here something I written. If the voltage at pin number 2 is greater than 1/3 VCC, then the output is 0. Or if the voltage at pin number 2 is less than 1/3 of VCC, then the output is high. Okay. So the output depends on this trigger input 2. Then 4 is an reset pin. It is an active low signal. Okay. So therefore if I want to reset this timer, means I have to make it active low. Active low in the sense you have to give 0 as an input. 0 bar it will take 1. Automatically it will get reset. Okay. Suppose if this pin is not in use, means you have to connect this reset pin to VCC. If you connect this reset pin to VCC, what will happen? VCC means 1. 1 bar it will become 0. Then this will become inactive. Okay. Then pin number 5 is an voltage control pin. Okay. It changes the threshold voltage 2/3 of VCC. If you apply any external voltage to the pin number 5, you can alter the 2/3 of VCC voltage. An external voltage applied at this pin number 5, changes the threshold voltage 2/3 VCC. You can vary that voltage value. Okay. Then you have pin number 6. Pin number 6 is an threshold terminal. Okay. This one, pin number 6, you have to connect to this point. If the voltage at this point is greater than 2/3 of VCC, this pin you have 2/3 of VCC, that is 8 volts. If it is an 12 volts, VCC is 12 volts, then 2/3 of VCC means 8 volts. If the voltage at this terminal is greater than this one, then the output is high. Okay, which turns the timer to low. And you have pin number 7. This is the pin number 7. Okay, that will be connected through the capacitor to discharge. Okay, I'll show from this diagram. Pin number 7, this capacitor will discharge through this path through pin number 7. Okay, therefore pin number 7 is used to discharge the terminal. Then what you have, the components inside this 555 timer. So the internal block diagram of 555 timer is this one. Okay, so what does it contains? Okay, so I will draw the diagram here. Consider 3 resistors in series with equal value of R. Okay, consider 3 resistors in series with equal value of R. Means you have to consider the 3 resistors with equal value of R. Okay, one end is connected to VCC, the other end is connected to ground. One end is connected to VCC, another end is connected to ground. VCC means pin number 8, ground means pin number 1. Then here you have to consider the 2 nodes. Consider the 2 nodes, we have to calculate the voltage at these nodes. Okay, this is the node 1 and this one we call as a node 2. We have to calculate the voltage at this node. Okay, so this one we call node 1, we call it as VTH, and node 2 we call it as VTL. Okay, now we have to find out VTH and VTL by applying voltage divider rule. Okay, so here before that what will happen, this node will connect it to inverting terminal of 1 op amp, non-inverting terminal will taken out. This will be connected to pin number 6. This one we called as a comparator 1. If you come to the comparator 2, here you have plus minus, sorry, here you have to take plus minus. Plus is connected to non-inverting terminal, minus is connected to pin number 2. Okay, so and these two comparators output is connected to RS flip-flop. R stands for reset, S stands for set, Q is an output, Q bar is complement of Q. This is SR flip-flop. This is connected to pin number 3, Q. Q bar is connected to resistor R and then connected to a base of the transistor. B stands for base, and this is collector which is connected to pin number 7, and the emitter is grounded. Okay, so here what's the VTH value? VTH value is, you have to find from here to here, that is VCC into 2R. From here to here you have 2R divided by sum of resistance 3R. VCC into 2R divided 3R means 2 by 3rd of VCC, means the voltage at this point is 2 by 3rd of VCC. Then what about the voltage at this point? VTL is equal to VCC into R divided by 3R, and it comes to 1 by 3rd VCC. The voltage at this point is VTL is node 2 is 1 by 3rd of VCC. Okay, so this is an internal block diagram of, and of course here you have reset pin. It's an active low pin, it is connected to pin number 4, reset pin. This is comparator 1 and this is comparator 2. Okay, if you're not using this reset pin, means you should connect to an ground point. Okay, so here you have the sum of the applications of 555 timer: beeping and tone generation, pulse width modulation, signal generation, and timing delay circuit. We are using these 555 timers. Okay, so this is the truth table for SR flip-flop. If both the inputs are 0 0, then no change. Previous output will be retained. Previous output will be retained. If you have S0R1, S0R1, then 1 means R means reset, means the value will be 0. If S is 1 means set, the Q value will be 1. If both are 1, then it is undetermined output. Okay, and then this pin number 7 will be explained in detail in the case of astable multivibrate. Okay, so in comparator, as we discussed, if the voltage at the non-inverting terminal means plus, means pin number 6 is greater than inverting terminal 2/3 of VCC, then output is 0. Okay, sorry, output is 1. If this is less than this one, 2/3 VCC is greater than the voltage at pin number 6, then the output is 0. That's what I written here. In comparator, non-inverting terminal is greater than inverting. Non-inverting is greater than inverting. Then the output is 1. If this is greater than this one, if this voltage is greater than this one, then the output is 0. Okay. So this diagram we call it as internal block diagram of 555 timer. Okay. In the next class, we will discuss about how we are going to use this 555 timer in an astable multivibrate. Okay. I hope you understood. If you have any doubt, you can call me back. Thank you.